Hey folks, Ryan here. Welcome back to the Feroz Moto channel. Just want to bring up something I think might help some of you guys folks out there who are driving these cars aggressive and are, going on the track or doing anything that's going to be really beating on your brakes, and that has to do with these brake wire sensors. So I have a pile here of a bunch. I kind of was doing some R&D trying to figure things out. I know with previous generations, a way to get around these guys from going off once they start doing getting down to the pad and they're actually breaking down the ground is I've seen some guys snip off the actual wiring, and inside of there, as you guys can see, there's kind of these two main wire leads. And what I was reading online is folks just kind of split them, fray them, and then twist them together and kind of fold on itself. And you can kind of dummy trick the car to think that it's always satisfied and not be an issue. But with this car, I tried on the front and the rear, it just doesn't seem to be the case. So I went on rockauto.com and ordered some OE versions of these sensors. This is the Paget brand, Hella. I mean, they're like 15 bucks, 18 bucks, so it's really not a big issue, but in a way to kind of future-proof myself, because I know that since I'm gonna be monitoring these brakes anyways, it's not gonna really be an issue with me really having to rely on the computer to tell me when I have to swap my brake pads. So what I did was, I'll post in the photos and videos kind of around here, is I wrapped them up with a little bit of electrical tape. I think metal heat shrink tape would also be fine. And I just kind of tucked it away and wrapped it up towards the strut tower. There's a lot of wiring and mounting as it goes in, as you guys can see in the photos, where they kind of clip into. And I just know that keeping it by the caliper, especially when you get a lot of heat, and also, God forbid that it does go down, not really God forbid, but if you guys know it's going to go down, I think it triggers actually pretty early. I think it's like 4 millimeters or something like that, so it's still a good amount of meat you could have on those pads, so it's really not an issue. And as you guys can see, I wrapped it up in the back over there. For the rear, I believe that's what was giving me mainly the issue. I noticed that the wire was actually cut and frayed. I don't know if it was messing with the ground or connection, but even though I had it swapped, it was giving me issues, and I'll show you guys what to do, how to actually reset the light. So that is just something to understand. You can't really dummy these guys. You're gonna have to actually get a new wire for the front and rear. There's only one on the driver's side and driver's side caliper, and one on the passenger side rear for the rear caliper. So you only need 2 of them. I mistakenly ordered 4, but it's okay to have extras, because if my case happens to not work, I can still have some to go out there and swap out, and it's really not too bad to get in there with the right tools. To actually access the port, there's a little black box. I'll put a photo up here. It actually opens from the bottom up like a little clamshell. I tried opening from the top down, it was giving me issues, but obviously I was doing it the wrong way. I just used a little screwdriver and kind of pry it gently. You don't want to destroy it if it's open. It kind of leads these sensors out for the elements, and we don't want that. So it's an easy open click. I'll show you guys kind of how it works here. So there's this little tab, and if you just press on the black tab portion that's plugged into, it should really just pop out, and it should be really easy. And plugging it back in should give you an affirmative little click. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually reset the light now if you're having issues like me, especially with the rear. All right, let's see it. All right, guys, we are in the car right now. I'm gonna put the car in diagnostic mode. So that requires pressing the start button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Boom, as you see here, it says plus clutch, but that's fine. You're gonna notice, apologize. You're gonna notice here that you have the little icon here that says it, and you're gonna be just kind of seeing everything. So everything is done with this little stock here. I'm gonna try to put the light on so you guys have better lighting. So this stock here is what's gonna be your friend. So if I hold this guy for a good amount of time, you'll notice in the bottom, I'm gonna get a little menu to be able to swap out and switch out reset lives for service. So we're gonna keep holding and holding. Gotta be a little patient. All right, so see, sweet. So here we have engine oil. That's not something that we're gonna be dealing with, so I'm gonna click it again on the left. Brake fluid, reset possible, it's fine. Clicking again, just clicking this top one here, BC. Vehicle check, don't care about that. Engine oil, brake fluid, vehicle check. So the way to actually do the rear parking brake, so I have a manual, I don't know if it's a little different, but you wanna disengage the parking brake. The car is now done. I'm releasing the brake, so the car's rolling. And then also you want to make sure that your door is locked and shut. And then I believe from there, if we cycle through again, we're able to get the image of resetting the rear light. So I saw this on the forums. If you guys don't do this specifically, it will give you issues. Originally, when I was trying to reset it, it was saying that the reset was unsuccessful, and that's no good. So I'm not seeing it anymore. I have an assumption and feeling it's that due because I already reset it, and the error is no longer there. So I believe I do have photos. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. And once you're on the menu, you just want to hold the stock again, and it's going to say reset with a question mark. You hold it again, you'll start seeing like a little loading bar graph with kind of like data as it's going. And then from there, you just hold it and it should say successful and the light is tripped. So I hope this helps you guys out. Sorry I couldn't give you what it exactly looked like because I already did it myself, but it was giving me a lot of trouble, and if it could help one of you guys, it'd really make my day. So if you guys appreciate this informative content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks. Ryan Feroz out.